everybody, Demonius X here. I haven't been making a video here in a while. I do once in a while just to, I guess, please the ones that enjoy hearing how I think about things and my thoughts on certain aspects. And the topic for today is, of course, the COVID-19 outbreak that we've been experiencing. First of all, if anyone you love or cared about has passed away from this virus, I do apologize, and I hope they didn't suffer. And, I mean, this is a really bad situation we got going on right now. Just when you think things can't get any more fucked up, Corona is simply this. Right here. It's like, oh, everything is shit. Corona's like, cute, hold my beer. Anyways, I hope everyone is staying safe and doing the precautions that you are expected to do to stay safe, of course, because we don't need any more people having any more cases. I honestly don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I think this will go on probably for some time now, and I don't think it's ever going to go away. At least for a very long time. I mean, at first I thought this was like H1N1 kind of outbreak, where, you know, Obama didn't give two shits, you know, but this one, I guess, is more potent than H1N1 ever was, so, and West Nile and all that. We've been through so many viruses since the turn of the millennium, it's starting to get a little scary, I want to say. I mean, do I fear it? Not necessarily, because I'm ready to go. I'll be honest, I'm 38 now, and I'm ready. It's just how I feel. But one of the things I've been thinking about, and this is probably a very dumb idea, but I honestly think in the ways of the American economy, it would probably be better if we did this. One thing, and I've noticed like some news has already touched base on this subject, and I don't know if it's going to hold its place, but American companies need to stop being so fucking cheap and bring their shit back over here on American soil and start production here in America. It would create more jobs. It would tell China to fuck off and let them communists have their diseases and keep them there. I mean, it sucks for the Chinese people, don't get me wrong, but, you know, that's pretty much the origin of it, I would believe. I would assume, I think. I mean, there's a lot of origin stories of where Corona has materialized. Some say that people were eating bats. Other people say it was actually a man-made concoction for population control. I don't want to talk like one of those wackaloons, because a lot of those conspiracy theorists, while they may have some valid points in their discussion, I don't agree with them. But it very well could have been a man-made thing. I doubt it, but there is that. I mean, you can't rule out the possibilities. So, it's, you know, and a lot of people are dropping money, especially celebrities, to find a cure for this virus, and nothing has been found. I mean, this is pretty much the flu on steroids, and it seems to mutate over time as well. It seems to get stronger and more easily to be contracted by it. Now, I'll be honest. When I go to the store, I don't wear a mask. I don't. I'm not scared of this. I'm not paranoid. A lot of people are just fucking paranoid. They think before this shit happened, they thought they were safe and alive and they were indestructible. And all of a sudden, an outbreak happens. Now they're fucking scared and shitting in their pants. And let me tell you something. This whole toilet paper fiasco is fucking retarded. It's not an intestinal problem. It's a respiratory problem. And, you know, I guess if you need toilet paper to blow your nose and cough up whatever phlegm you got going on from the virus, it's useful for that. But there's no reason to buy a whole shitload of toilet paper. I mean, this is just simple panic buying. People have already touched basis on this. I'm a little late to the party. But I just thought I'd express my thoughts on this. Corona is at first I'm like, okay, this thing will just blow over. But it looks like it's either growing or at a stagnant state where it's not growing as fast as it once did. So that's good. And now some states are considering reopening, which I think is a both good and bad idea. It's good for the economy. It's good for people, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that I talk to in my spare time are going stir crazy from this quarantine shit. And where I'm from, Michigan, Whitmer, you're a piece of garbage. You're taking advantage of this situation. You're making people into fucking jailmates in their own homes. Nova, everybody. My cat, Nova. So, yeah. She's in here. She wants attention. She always wants attention. She's not feeling too well today. I think she has some sort of sinus infection. I tried giving her Benadryl, but she just throws it up, so I'm going to stop giving that. So if you have any, I don't know, recommendations to give her for her sinus problem, I would appreciate it. She seems to feel a little better. She's been a lot more mobile these past couple days, so... Hi, Nova. You want to say hi to the people? Here, I'll lean back, so, yep, she's going to want to lay on me. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know how to get up here. Good girl. So, Miss Nova Kitty. Yep. It's the only cat I could keep after the move. Which, where I live now, is $200 deposit to keep an animal. But once we get her paid off, I may get me a male cat, because I would like a male. And get her a playmate. I know. Baby want cuddles. I don't think people should go back to work, because I'm just afraid that it's just going to cause another outbreak. I mean, it just looks that way. Just the way, because I mean, here in Oklahoma, the cases have grown substantially. I remember we went from 64 people to 1,000 people in a 1 week period. That's how contagious this shit is. I mean, it's not a joke. I mean, my wife gets mad at me when I go out to the store to get her some things. She's like, put on a mask, do this, do that. No, I'm not paranoid. It has been mutating, so... And that's where I think the man-made conception comes from. The whole, this thing is man-made because, well, it knows how to fight off, you know, the human's natural defense system. I do apologize for the light of my room. It's very bright in here. But, it is what it is. It makes me look like some kind of holy martyr, but I'm not. Sometimes I wish the horns would just pop out of my skull. But, I mean, I understand why people want places to reopen. I mean, we can't just stay closed. It's bad for the economy. We gotta, you know, we got business keep things going. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say, like, you know, no longer doing business with China is a bad idea because that helps the economy. So building really cheap shit that a lot of people are starting not to buy from China is a bad idea. Okay, the only thing I can think of that's even worth a fuck is some of the tech over there. I mean, most cell phone companies are in China or based in China. Like, I believe isn't Samsung based in China? I could have that wrong. Please correct me if I am. But there are some tech companies that are in China that we do business with that a lot of people depend on. So, there's that. But I honestly think we would benefit if we would bring businesses here on American soil, build it here. That way it's built to last and not made cheaply and funky. You know, because a lot of stuff we buy from China breaks after a month of use. There are so much things that I bought from China. Webcams, microphones, things of that nature. All break within not even 6 months of use. Sometimes they break, I don't know, a couple times after use. I bought an SD card reader from China once because I couldn't find mine, and then later I found it, so I got it. It's somewhere on my desk. I would rage for it, but, you know, cat. That I bought from China, and it literally broke the same day I used it. Oh, and an external DVD drive. I watched this anime a friend loaned to me, and I hated it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I wish I could. I want to say it's Sakura, but I could be wrong. It's about some dumb bitch that had her boyfriend die, and then she runs into the guy in high school who reminds him of her, and I guess he's upset, or she's upset at him because she looks at him with the same eyes that she looked at him, and was mad because, you know, he left her like it was his control. Got hit by a fucking car, for fuck's sake, you stupid bitch. And she was playing this whole... I mean, he was just trying to be with this bitch, and then finally, at the end of the series, she finally goes with him, and I'm sitting there just saying, dude, if I was in that guy's shoes, I'd tell her to fuck off and find myself that actually gives a shit about, you know, me. But it's an anime. It's fiction. It has its fans. I looked it up online. All the weeaboos love the shit. I don't understand why. The animation's not all that great. I kind of like love stories in the anime light. Not anymore, though, because they're all based in high school. all these little high school girls, and they had those little high-pitched voices. Fuck that shit. Anime died in the year 2000. Yes, and I can already see it now. Mile away, September 2000. Yeah, because that's the last day I fucked my first love. Go fuck yourselves. Get over it. It's 2020 now. That was 20 years ago. So, yeah, I vape a lot, as you can probably tell. It's a coping mechanism. You know, there's some people that are just depressed and they don't know how to cope with things. I mean, there are copes out there. You just got to find them. My copes are, vaping, retro gaming, hitting the exercise bike, lifting my dumbbells I got. I usually have them back there. I just got done using them. That's why my hair is all nasty looking. I got to take a shower. Yeah. The basics of life. So, with Corona, I just hope you all continue to stay safe and keep yourselves aware. Distance yourselves if you think you need to. I don't see how that helps, but as long as someone's wearing a mask, all that shit that they're breathing in and out stays within that mask, or at least mostly confines it to the mask. I mean, honestly, shit can still get through it, right? But it just stops it from having a widespread exhale of secretions that may come out of your mouth. I guess that's a proper way to put it. You're cute, Yeah, she's out. She hasn't, like I said, she hasn't been feeling well, and usually she comes to me when she wants to be comforted and sleep. I wish I could do more for you, honey. I gave you medicine and you just throw it back up. And I tried mixing it with, gushy food, the canned stuff. Same problem. She just throws it back up. I don't know anybody, at least, that is close to me that has been contracted with COVID. They've been very aware and taking the precautions needed to stay safe. My family's safe. I just talked to my mother a couple hours ago. She's okay. My brother's fine. He's still working. He's a factory worker. I don't think that's considered essential, but I guess somehow, some way, they allowed him to go back to work, or they allowed him to be able to work. I got another friend that's in a custodian work. He does it at the Air Force Base in Michigan, Selfridge. He was never cut or laid off or anything. So some people are lucky and some people are blessed, and that's a good thing, because got to do what you got to do to survive in this world, right? And it's rough out there. I mean, I feel for everyone that's struggling from this. I feel you. I mean, I'm not exactly struggling per se. I'm doing all right. I mean, the only problem I have right now, unfortunately, is my wife's health's not in the best. I mean, if she ever gets COVID, she's probably done. Her game will be over. But she's been suffering a lot of health problems these past few months, and it's been very hard to get her the care and help she needs. But I try to keep her indoors, and I try to keep her sanity in check, because I know this is driving her crazy, having to stay indoors. But, she has a compromised immune system. Well, you decided to wake up on us, huh? Here, I'll scratch it for you. There we go. I don't want her to go out there with this shit going on. I don't tell her what to do. I'm not her boss. I'm her husband, and as a husband, you want to look out and your partner for their well-being. You don't want them to be in harm's way. You protect them. And that's what I do for my wife. I protect her, and I make sure she gets the protection she needs from that I'm able to provide. Not perfect, but I do what I can. And I hope all you married folk or people that are in a loving relationship are doing the same thing. Protect your partner. Male or female, doesn't matter. We're all in this shit show together, and we have to see ourselves through it. Hopefully they'll find some kind of cure for this, but it mutates a lot, so it's kind of hard to do. I mean, I try not to pay attention to politics as much anymore, because all it does is cause me to have a headache and get just frustrated and dizzy and it's not good for my mental health. It's always bad news. It's never anything good. Sorry, baby. I didn't mean to blow that at you. That's why I've been blowing it to the side. Sometimes I just forget. I apologize. I mean, I'm hoping... I mean, my mom thinks that this outbreak will fluctuate in time. It'll go down, then go back up, go down, go back up for a couple years. And of course, she wants to preach the whole end time thing with me. I don't give a fuck if it's the end time. According to Christians, we've been in the end time for 200 plus fucking years. Okay? I'm not worried about it anymore. Okay? I don't even think it... I mean, I'm not a theologian. I don't know the existence all that much. Yeah, there was that video I made a long time ago that I said I was a Christian. That's because it was force-fed me down my throat with a spoon and everything else, and everything was shoved in my face. But when I finally got out of my own and was able to develop my own mind with my own thoughts and my own feelings, I decided it wasn't the best course for me. I don't like being controlled. All right, if you're like me, you don't want to be told what to do. You have a problem with authority. I know I do. I mean, there's some things that are out of your control. I mean, especially if the law's involved, the actual law, cops and shit. It's not of our, I can't control that. It's like, all right, obviously I did something bad, officer, so throw the cuffs on me and take me to the fucking can. Luckily I'm still out of the can, so that's a good thing. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of authority, and that's pretty much, in my opinion, Christianity is just a form of control for people that don't have a handle on their life and they need some kind of guidance. And and I've always said to people, and I will say it until I'm blue in the face, if it gives you a peace of mind, if it makes you happy and it gives you a cope, there's that word again, keep doing it. If it gives you that. I got a few Christian friends, they know my stand, and I know where they stand. Do we fight over the differences between the two, I don't want to say I'm an atheist. I think there is some kind of higher power out there, but I don't believe in the one they do. Because, I mean, there are places in the Bible that do exist, but a lot of these Christians don't realize that most of the stuff in the Bible is man-made, and it's been revised more times than anything out there that I can even think of. It's been revised way too many times to the point where you don't know which one to believe. I went to a Bible exhibit when I first got married to my wife down here. And I saw they had a bunch of Bibles in their original print. There's the wife beater Bible, which I think is funny. I'm like, check them, put them in line. And of course, my wife didn't like my little side commentary I made there, but hey, it was all right. And they had this cool little printing press where they showed back in them days, or somewhere around that time frame, how they originally printed scripture on a parchment. I mean, it wasn't 100% authentic, but it was still cool to see how it was done. And if you paid I think it was $10, you get a page of the Bible in Aramaic, Hebrew, whatever the fuck. Sorry, I'm stupid. Okay. It's basically the original language of the Bible. Aramaic, I think. I could be wrong. Please correct me. Sorry for my ignorance. So what's the point of this video, really? Not much. I just wanted to update you guys on things on my life, and I also wanted to talk a little bit about COVID and what I think we should do to handle it. Like I said, I think businesses should bring their shit over here, and everyone should still, be safe. Wash your hands every time you come back from somewhere. You should wash them anyways. I wash them every time before I do anything, because it's important to keep, hygiene, either body hygiene or hands hygiene or whatever the fuck. I mean, your hands are part of your body, so you gotta keep them clean. So the old saying holds true. Stay clean. Stay clean. I don't know the saying. Never mind. There was a saying I was going with that I remember from back in the day, but now I don't remember it at all. Oh, and another thing, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. I can no longer do karaoke vids on here. I got 2 copyright strikes. If you're noticing I'm jump cutting is because my webcam keeps freezing, and I don't understand why, so I do apologize for that. But with the karaoke thing, right. The reason why I can't do that anymore is because I got 2 copyright strikes, and as you know, the old drill, if you get 3 of them, you're out. Now, what I don't understand is the versions I found were karaoke versions. They didn't have any vocals. They did sound similar to the originals, but most karaoke songs do. When I used to go to the bar, they used I think it was called Sound Source. There was like Sound Source and Cara Fun, I think is the other one. And it was karaoke. And when I used to go to the bar and karaoke with my friends, I mean that doesn't happen anymore. For one thing, you know, we got booted. Yeah, I mean I got my old story on that in previous videos. And, well, the friend I used to go karaoke with has moved to another city as well, so, but, he, you know, we still talk and everything, and he said that maybe this summer he'll have me down for a couple days, you know, me and the wife, and we'll hang out and drink beer like the old days, and we'll karaoke at his place, because he has a stereo system. What you doing, Nova? Are you done? When she's done, she usually gets off and goes about her business. Or sometimes she likes to lay behind the chair. Yeah, she's taken off now. Well, there, it gives me a chance to stretch out a little bit. So yeah, this isn't your usual, you know, me ranting and raving and raging on things, because I really don't have anything to be exactly mad about, other than the fact that I can't sleep. Again, I'm still experiencing insomnia. Now, I was watching some of my old videos where I was complaining about, you know, my insomnia and everything. Now, it's not as bad as it was then, because then I wouldn't sleep, period. Now I've been getting like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and I've been getting these really bad headaches. I mean, I got one right now. It's like from here to here, pretty much. And I take Visceral for sleep now, and because usually that helps, because it's like a really strong, potent version of Benadryl. And it does good for my sinuses, too. I'll wake up and I'll be like, I can breathe in the nice fresh air, and or the smog, whatever you want to call it. And I feel okay. But sometimes pills just simply don't work. I don't know what's going on. Because I do exercise. I do drink a lot of water. I drink green tea a lot, too. That's probably my... I don't drink the caffeinated kind, though. I get a decaf. Now, there is some caffeine, like a very minuscule amount of caffeine in it, but not to the point where, you know, it'll, like, it's not like regular caffeine. Regular green tea really peps me up. Like, I'll drink a cup of that, and I'll be like, okay, I got energy. Let's go do stuff, you know? Sometimes. Other times, I'll just get a little pepped up, and that's it. Like, I don't have much energy. I just do what I can. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff I have to do around here. And, you know, it's just, like I said, it's hard for a lot of people right now, especially with COVID. The shit's not, it's not good. And, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked with the karaoke thing. So, yeah, I got 2 strikes, 1 more, and, you know, 3 strikes with YouTube, you're out. So, unfortunately, no more karaoke. But, you know, it wasn't really well liked anyways. I mean, I always got a lot of, I got some positive comments, but I also got negative ones too, because, you know, I'm still a very hated figure on this channel. You know, I've always mentioned that. I will always be a hated figure. Everyone's going to hate me for my views, my looks, my whatever. That's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. I mean, I don't have any self-esteem, so there's nothing you're hurting on me. You can say whatever fuck you want. It doesn't bother me anymore. In fact, I got to the point where I don't even respond to people that write some dirty shit to me, because I'm old now. I don't care. I just simply don't give a fuck. We all hate each other. Let's just put that on the table. We all hate the fuck out of each other. You know, I'm a misanthrope. Some of you probably are misanthropes. You may hear Nova crying. Sometimes when she sees a bug, she gets all pissy. And for some reason, we got a couple crane flies. I've been trying to catch and put them outside, but those fuckers are quick. They don't bite or nothing. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't like bugs in my house. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but I hate bugs in the house. I don't kill them, though, unless, you know, if I see a roach, then yeah, I kill it. But thankfully, we don't have any roaches. At least, we don't. I know some people here do, because a lot of people here are a bunch of dirty motherfuckers. They don't keep their shit clean. I mean, this room ain't all that clean either, but everything is where it's supposed to be. I still gotta fucking, you know, that shit to fucking clean out. I got this shit to clean out. I got weights on my floor. I mean, like I said before I made this video, I was working with these, you know, just doing my curls and, you know, some of these. I do them while standing up most of the time. Arm's still sore from earlier. Ugh. But that's good. It's good for me. Yeah, it just works out the aggressions and the... When I'm pissed off, definitely. When I'm angry and I'm about to, like, just flip out on somebody or something, I hit these. Or I hit the exercise bike. What I hate, though, is sometimes when I ride the exercise bike, and I don't know if you guys have this problem when you exercise, do you get, like, just, like, these violent scenarios in your head of, like, something happening that's never happened? It's like, kind of like a movie scene going off in your head that stars you and somebody you want to beat the fuck out of. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine who is working on her degree, and it's a female, I know. The one who has a female friend, oh my god, I didn't think that could happen. But no, she understands my plight when it comes to how I feel about most females out there. She knows I'm a misogynist, she knows this, but, you know, I don't hate them all, but I hate most of them. So, I forgot, she used a term for that, I don't remember it off the top of my head. But she thinks that's a form of PTSD. I mean, I've been diagnosed properly by a psychologist, so I mean, I do have PTSD because, you know, we talked a lot of things about some of the things that happened during my childhood and teenage years and my adulthood, and she see how she like seen my body reactions react negatively, and showing some forms of distress when I would bring those up, and she also made me take a questionnaire of like how I feel mentally about certain aspects and how I handle stress and this and that. And she's like, from what I'm seeing here, Scott, you have yourself a case of PTSD. And I said, well, okay then. I got PTSD then. What do I do about it? She's like, find copes. Basically cope, and we can put you on a medication. Fuck off. I don't want that. She's like, and she also brought up the wonderful world of CBT. Cognitive behavioral bullshit. Y'all know how I feel about that. It's not, I don't have any high regard of that particular kind of therapy. It doesn't work. It never, especially for me, and I've known some people I've talked to that said the same thing. They're like, it does not work. And it just doesn't. Some people can take, my brother-in-law, he actually benefits from CBT. He actually bought a book from Amazon. I forgot the name of it. He wants me to read it, and I told him, it's CBT, bro. It doesn't work for me. Because basically, as I said, it tricks you. It's you tricking your brain into thinking everything's fine, and you know, I guess, how to cognitively handle it. No, doesn't work. There's copes, damn it. Exercise, going for a walk, riding an exercise bike, watching something fun on YouTube. There's plenty of things. There's plenty of things that you can do to cope, to make yourself out of that mindset. Because if you suffer from any kind of mental disorder or mental problem, you know, once in a while, or maybe all the time, depending on how you are, you're in your head too much. And when you're in your head too much, things go awry. That's where the anxiety and panic set in. That's when you really get the most anxiousness, is when you're in your head too much. And to combat that, you have to find a cope. I mean, and it can be the smallest thing. It could be vaping. It could be walking. It could be just doing some forms of exercise. It could be video gaming. I mean, there's plenty of people out there during quarantine that have been binge watching Tiger King and all this other bullshit. I have no interest in the show. I love tigers and everything, but it just looks like a show I wouldn't enjoy. I don't like TV in the modern age. I don't like pretty much anything. You all know this by now. You should anyway. Call me a hipster. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit. Um, they play video games. A lot of companies have been offering free games, especially on PC. And, you know, of course, people like myself take advantage of that because I don't have much money. And they're new games, sure, but I give them a chance. I give things a chance. And, of course, you have these games that, like, look awesome. And then, like, but then you have to, like, sit there with the menu and distribute skill points. I find that annoying. I just want to pick up and play. I've always been that kind of gamer. Now, my wife, on the other hand, she loves that shit. She loves customizing her character. I mean, like I said, Skyrim is one of her favorite things, and Elder Scrolls Online. She plays those a lot when she's not doing anything else, when she's not sick and sleeping because of her sickness. So yeah. But other than that, I think that's about going to wrap it up for here. I just wanted to give you guys an update, and just find some topic and talk to you. I know I don't upload to this channel much anymore, if at all. But, you know, for those who give a shit, I thought I'd throw you a bone. If you don't, you don't. I mean, it's up to you, really. You're the one that clicked on it, so take that as you will. Anyways, I am Demonius X. Please, stay safe. Stay safe and be aware of your surroundings and follow the guidelines with this corona shit. We're going to get through this one way or another. It's going to take some time, but once we do, it'll be good. And we can get back to some form of normality. Society will never be normal. Let's just put it that way. It's filled with normies, and normies are not normal. They're a very interesting group of characters that I kind of want to stay away from. It's kind of hard when they talk, too. It's like when you hear them talk, you just want to punch them in the face just to make them shut the fuck up. And I'm pretty sure a lot can be said for me as well. That would love people to punch me in the face and shut the fuck up, and I welcome it. If you ever see me on the street, feel free to confront me and punch me in the face. But I will tell you this, I know how to fight. So you're not going to have an easy fight or knockout or win. I know how to defend blocks, and I know how to retaliate. I've been in plenty of fights down here in the past few years. I know how to fight. So just be wary of that if you do decide to confront me ever in life. But I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not. I'm like the rest of you. I'm in this shit society trying to survive like the rest of you. I'm not your enemy, but if you feel me as one, feel free to be my enemy. I'm not trying to make friends. I have the ones I have, and I'm fine with that. I have my little small circle. But, you know, the ones that know I'm your friends and we talk on, you know, a regular basis, you know, we're cool. I have nothing against you. No hate, no anger towards you. We get along just fine. The people who have talked to me get along with me just fine. They know I'm not a hateful, spiteful bitch that I put myself out to be. It's only when shit gets awry and people start trouble in my face that I have a problem. Or they fucking get in my wife's face. That's the last thing they do. Because then I just go full on burn with these two fists, Lacey and Lucy. We've seen a lot together, haven't we, ladies? I can see a joke in there. They're like, yeah, Lacey does this and so does Lucy. Is what it is, man. Anyways, y'all take good care of yourselves. I hope you stay safe and take care of your loved ones. Take care of each other. And eventually we will get through this. It's just going to take some time. Like I said, time heals everything. Time heals all wounds. It leaves their mark, sure, but if you're still standing, still breathing, you're still alive, right? And in the end, that's all that matters. Take good care of yourselves. See you soon.